Hello, welcome back to Valiant Premier League Southeast Asia. Today is day 15. Oh, I just realized that my screen is... I gotta move that camera a little bit. Well, hang on. Just let me shift. Let's centralize myself a little bit. Yeah, welcome back to VPL Southeast Asia. Today is day 15. As I mentioned, we are waiting for the players to join in. Apologies for the late stream. We initially had an earlier match which was cancelled. TG Gaming didn't have enough players to play, so they had to forfeit their match against New Era. So New Era has 4 wins now, so they are pretty much in the playoffs as the top 4 players. So pretty good stuff, and then now we're gonna watch the match between N Gaming and M8 Hexa Delta. So M8 Hexa Delta, they lost against New Era the other day. Before we went for a slightly longer break, but hopefully they will try to bounce back this time around. And as for N Gaming, they do need this win as well. So actually both teams are having the same record at the moment: 1 win and 2 losses. And so yeah, for those of you who just joined us, not realizing what VPL Southeast Asia is. VPL Southeast Asia is a community, a grassroots tournament for the Southeast Asia region, specifically for the 3 countries that are on the Valiant server, which is Malaysia, Singapore, and Philippines. So we do have a lot of Philippines team, we do have some Malaysian team, and as well as 1 Singapore team. So that's all that about this league. We are sponsored by Nova eSports. They are a mobile game focused esports organization. Of course, they're trying to build a team in the EU region as well, Nova eSports. So do look out for them. They are an up and coming team. So thank you so much to Nova eSports. And just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Chisit. I am the host as well as the organizer for VPL Southeast Asia. And I do have my co-caster with me, Mal. Hey Mal, what's up?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. How are you? How was your weekend?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Just chilling, enjoying the sunshine, and obviously looking forward to today's action. So yeah, pretty hyped.
Cool. So we are just waiting for 3 more players from both teams. Well, not both teams, like just 3 more players to join us in the lobby. I do see you in the lobby as well. So the casters are ready, waiting for the players to get on to get the stream started. So pretty exciting stuff. And so yeah, any new development on the EU side for AOV? Is there any new heroes being released?
New heroes wise, I'm not entirely sure just yet. But I know that obviously there's been a few updates recently. Some patch notes released. They're nerfing Teamy, who is the newest hero over here in EU. Really great playstyle and has one of the best named skills ever. In one of their skills being called Pooty Poots, which is great. Which is great when you're a shoutcaster to have to say Pooty Poots continuously. It's pretty fun. But yeah, they've got some nerfs lined up. They got released a little bit too strong, and I've seen a lot of play throughout the ladder and throughout EU in general. So they're one of the big focuses. And then there's a few positive things coming to some heroes that have maybe not seen as much attention. Also, something that SEA are kind of going through as well. Violet's receiving some nerfs over on the EU side. I don't know if SEA are receiving those same nerfs, but
we haven't seen the patch notes officially from our server, but we have seen the patch notes from the other servers such as Taiwan, as well as the I think it's EU server and NA server as well. So I do think that the Violet nerf is not very how to say, not very severe. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I felt that it's not severe enough to warrant like to let her being picked more often. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. I mean, you know, it's the initial nerfs. They'll have people maybe think about alternative hero choices. It might mean, in a weird way, that people don't ban her, so she ends up getting picked even more because they don't think she's worthy of a ban now she's received nerfs. But so she could end up actually seeing more play, hilariously. You know, it can go against the intention sometimes, but I think it might give people just at least pause for thought and allow people to maybe think of picking up heroes. I mean, the marksman lineup for SEA isn't huge. I don't think you guys have a massive pool of heroes to choose from as far as your marksman over in SEA region at the moment.
We are. I think the rumors is that we are receiving Tel Anas next week.
Yeah,
So
she's hugely strong. You'll see a lot of Talanis play, just because she has range. She's kind of not particularly mobile. So if I mean, the meta in SEA does appear to be extremely mobile heroes, even down to the warrior choices, etc. So that might not actually work in her favor if you do receive Talanis. But she is particularly strong marksman, probably top 2, even over Joker in the EU region. So I mean, at the moment, you guys play a lot of Slims. Slims is chosen in EU, but I think Slims falls down a tier as far as the choices are concerned in EU, where it's normally Violet, Talanis, and Joker. Lindis as well, we've seen being played in North America quite successfully. I think a lot of people have shied away from Lindis, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Lindis comes to play as well.
All right. Thanks for the update. We do have the match going on right now. The ban pick just got ready, and we just saw the first ban of the night, which is gonna be Murad and Chopner. So early indication of what both teams are trying to do here.
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Murad banned out all that much as far as the SEA region. He can be one of those heroes that can get ridiculous. You know, he can snowball, really effectively. Obviously, he does require on getting stacks to utilize his ultimate effectively. So you can minimize his effects by clearing waves, by keeping yourself at a distance from jungle minions to allow the stacks to wear off, so he can't utilize that ultimate effectively. You've got to be very aware of his hit and run tactics. Normally, he's played in a way that just generally you come into a lane, do some damage. If you can't get a kill, you're going to at least leave that lane at a disadvantage and then push back out. So the hit and run tactics from Murad tend to work. My game is actually frozen. I don't know if that's... Oh, there we go. It's unfrozen, literally as I said that.
Magic.
I was going to say something's going horribly wrong here. Right, so we saw the Challenger ban. We've seen a lot of pickups during my speaking a lot there. There were a lot of pickups that weren't on my screen. So Malok, Zephys, Jinnar, the Ormar's currently being hovered, and the Slims. Slims we've seen used to great effect recently. That stun obviously can be used to chain CC. We've got a lot of AOV damage coming out from the side of Endgaming. So I think that they're going to be looking for those big team fights, getting those hard engages, and then taking advantage of, a lot of people falling very low on health immediately. The Xennial is going to be a strong pickup for the other side because he's going to be able to provide that huge heal, that real big presence in team fights, and allow for Peel to avoid that AoE potentially onto the carries. It's going to be down to Violet positioning as well. Mina with the Dark Dominion going to be trying to pick up Slims as best they can. Jinnar and Slims are going to be the two big targets. The risk of pulling in Jinnar, of course, is that Nirvana will be popped onto the team composition, and while Jinnar will probably go down in that process, he'll do a significant amount of damage to the enemy side before he does. So that's a risky pull. So Slims is going to be Mina's prime focus as far as these team fights are concerned.
Cool. So we were just talking about Slims and Violet, and we are gonna watch both heroes being played here. So pretty good start of the stream, I would say. Seems like we will have the team. Yep, we have the game ready now. Endgaming versus M8 Hexa Delta to start the stream. This is game number 1. This is a best of 3. games series as well, and the winner of the series will bring home 3 points and climb up the leaderboard. So here we go, five-man group walking together here for End Gaming, charging towards the opponent's jungle.
Yeah, they're looking for those early picks. There's the stun onto Violet. Great pickup. Going to put them very, very low, but they are going to be able to escape. Now it puts the rest of the End Gaming team in a vulnerable position. They are all very low. Turret shots are being thrown out as well. Huge amounts of damage. That stun landing on Violet again was pretty key there. It's going to force the back from Violet, although Violet's sticking around. Really risky play here from Violet. Does have to tactical fire out of range before they're picked up. Does allow for Sage Golem to go over to Slims for End Gaming. Meanwhile, we can see the enemy aren't in the End Gaming jungle, so that will allow them to keep the Sage Golem. So they're going to steal the Sage Golem, but there's no return fire from the enemy jungle. You can see just how low Violet is here. She is slowly healing up in the jungle. As she takes out those minions, she will receive obviously a little bit of health each time. And as long as she's taking less damage than she gets in health, she will slowly heal up. But she is in a vulnerable position rolling into that top lane. Meanwhile, we do see in the mid lane, Jinnar taking quite a bit of damage against Irie. Irie does actually dive over the wall there. Jinnar is going to have to play really defensive in these early stages.
So, very aggressive here by MA Hexa Delta. It's a completely new lineup. In case you are not aware, they just.
I didn't recognize any of the names. Yeah. There was no names jumping out to me, so I was feeling a bit like, how have I forgotten people?
Yeah.
But so no, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's a completely new lineup because the previous team, they kind of got reorganized, so we did allow them to make changes at this stage, but up to playoff we won't allow any more changes. But here we go, they're contesting for the Spirit Sentinel, so it's been picked up by Claude.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the team layout as well, the composition is fairly not peculiar, I suppose would be a strange, a bit different coming out from M8 Hexa, because if you look, they've had Ahri in the mid lane for quite a bit of time now with the Violet playing the jungle role. You don't normally see Ahri in the mid lane. It's not, for me personally, it's not a conventional pick for mid lane. You normally see her in a solo jungle position. But, you know, she's holding her own against, you know, I mean, Jinnar obviously very, you know, as far as mages are concerned, his range is not the largest. He's, you know, he's fairly, he's not like a L'Oreal or, you know, a Vera where you can, as soon as you can really harass a melee enemy to great effect. So it's not a terrible lineup for Ahri, but she will need to make sure she stays safe and she farms well, because until she's got that ultimate, she can stun the enemy if they engage on her hard. She's going to have to rely on her dashes, and if you see those dashes used with the enemy waiting in the bushes, you'll see End Gaming going hard against Ahri when they know that she's down. Meanwhile, in the top lane, you can see 3 people for M8 Hexa pressuring that top turret, and there's very little that Zevas can do here. Abyssal Dragon also taken by the enemy team there. Zinil forced to dive out. Great use of Angelic Splendor there to get himself to safety. So taking that Abyssal Dragon and legging it. Great play from him to keep himself alive.
So, very objective based kind of strategy here coming out from Delta, I would say.
Yeah, and it's, to be fair, that's how you win games. You don't win games by getting kills, you win games by getting objectives. And you know, this is proving to be true here. Sky going very low there, and Zephyrus is going to pick up that kill there. Second kill coming out now. Zinio is going to take one in return. But the double kill going over there to Zephyrus. So Zephyrus is probably one of the people you do want to see those kills landing on. Malok is managing to just hold that bot lane, having to play kind of very defensively under turret. We can see the 1k gold lead already coming out for M8 Hexa here. So those objectives already playing a role in the gold lead, and that's going to affect the items. You can see Sonic Boots picked up there by Violet, so she can have that little bit more armor against the lineup of the End Gaming side. They've got a very strong, very attack damage focused composition, obviously with the Slims and the Zephyrs. So picking up that early armor is really going to, you know, bode well and stand them in good stead for these early team fights. But we're going to have to see how that plays out for the team as we see them circling in towards mid lane. A death brush set up here as Jinnar farming as best he can. We can see a little bit of counterintuitive thing. They're coming in as well, endgaming, but they didn't expect there to be many people waiting in that bush. They've dived over that bush. That could be the disaster that they're looking for. Xennial Ultimate coming in is going to heal up his teammates as best as they can. And it's going to turn the fight completely as M8 Hexar do take another kill, and that's a double kill going over to Lubu. This is going to allow them to pressure mid and open this one up completely as Mina picked up the kill onto Jinna as well. So 3 kills going in favor there of M8 Hexar, giving them another easy objective. Xennial, meanwhile, is pushing bot hard. So this is going to allow for rotation towards Abyssal Dragon now. And an easy pick up here as the Slims is forced to defend mid lane. So this should be a Abyssal Dragon going over with an easy rotation towards that bot turret because Xennial did push that lane in. So you said about objective play here, Chisin, and this is incredible objective play coming out from the M8 Hexar team.
Yep, incredible play by them so far. 5 kills over 2. And they're being able to rotate beautifully there, pushing the top and bottom lane at the same time, and went for the Abyssal Dragon. The second one in the game, so that put them at 5,000 gold lead. Pretty significant here, considering that how much time have just elapsed, which is only under 7 minutes. 5k is pretty significant.
Yeah, I do apologize to one viewer just pointed out that I speak very fast, and yeah, when I'm calling the play-by-play team fight moments, I do tend to speak fairly fast, so I do apologize. I'm sure if I'm not making any sense, Chisim will stop me and explain for you guys.
I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
There's a lot to cover in a very short period of time in Arena, so the fast speech is sometimes needed, guys. Good scout out there by Ari, spotting out the Orma, in going into that bush there, does not allow to keep themselves safe. Mina is going to be circling around as well. We can see a rotation towards that top lane here. Malak forced to dive away. Big team fight looking like it's going to happen in that top lane. Dark Dominion used over 3 members, and that's great play there from the Mina. Huge pickup for them. Jinna going to pop that Nirvana, but it's not going to do him any good as he goes down as well. And that's going to leave all 5 members of the M8 Hexar team alive to push that mid lane out. There isn't an Abyssal Dragon right now. They could have even contemplated Slayer at this stage, but they're looking towards the objectives and they're looking towards those turrets. So they're going to clear out the enemy jungle on their way down to bot lane, where the lane is pushed, and that's going to give them another objective. They may even be able to push in for a high ground turret at this stage. This could be the first high ground turret going for the game, but they're not going to get greedy. They're going to just take bot, rotate back to mid, and take that second turret as well. Absolutely amazing objective play from M8 Hexar. They know exactly how to win this game. And you can see Irie already heading over towards that Abyssal Dragon. Again, constantly looking towards that next objective. What can they take next? How can they extend this gold advantage? Now sitting at 10-3 in kills, with an 8k gold lead at 8 minutes. They've got a 1k gold lead for every minute the game has been going. The enemy team are coming in. Oh, nice steal there from Zephyrus. Dives in with the ultimate. Does manage to pick up that Abyssal Dragon. That's going to give them a lifeline. But Endgaming do pick up a kill as well and manage to get themselves all out of dodge. So that's going to give them a little bit back. They've still got that huge gold lead going over to M8 Hexar to kind of try to pull back somehow, but that's going to definitely give them a little bit of momentum and a bit of a morale boost at this stage in the game, because they've finally put something on that objective scoreline. They've won a Abyssal Dragon, no Slayers, no turrets so far for the endgaming side, so that's going to give them a little bit of hope, hopefully.
Yep, but they are going to get another kill here, taking out Let's Rock. And trying to aim for Irie as well as Violet, but at this point they are kind of far behind in terms of a goal, and their equipment is just not up to par against M8 Hexar Delta. As you can see, Malok just backing away, and even then he can't do anything all by himself. Yeah,
like I said, I mean, you can see it right here. He can't got that ability to do damage even to Violet, and the sheer damage coming out from the M8 Hexar team is incredible, and that's going to allow them to push in onto this turret, and I think they can just brute force their way into this, to be fair. Even with just a short wave here, you can see them picking up kills on the base turret, and that's going to be them taking the first game. Quite a commanding victory there in a sub 10 minute game for M8 Hexar.
Yeah. quite an impressive display here from MA Hexa Delta. I think the pivotal point was the mid lane ambush, where they were trying to attack MA Hexa Delta, but instead was ambushed by 4 players in the same area. So I think from then on, MA Hexa Delta just snowballed their way through and win game number 1. Pretty impressive stuff here by MA Hexa Delta. We will head on to game number 2 shortly. I just got invited to play a match, but unfortunately I won't be able to. So, okay, let's.
There's no instant reply of sorry, currently streaming at the VPL.
So unfortunately we won't be able to. I won't be able to play with them. So let me just finish this match and then we will maybe hop on to some casual games. Okay.
Kudos to the Slims player from Endgaming, who his name's Illidan. You know, a little bit of a World of Warcraft reference there. I'm a bit of a WoW geek, so I can appreciate that. In fact, my I've got a Savannah monitor lizard named Illidan. So yeah,
cool.
Quite a fan of that name. Even though all the names are spelt with ridiculous fonts.
Yeah, I don't understand.
How would you type that name in if you were going to put it? Like, yeah, if you're going to add them as a friend, how would you type that name?
No way. No way.
This is not going to happen.
Alright, so some audience are asking me about what happened to the match number 1, TG Gaming against New Era. That game was cancelled because TG Gaming did have enough players to play that match, so they had to forfeit it. So unfortunately, that match did not happen. So, but we still have game number 2. Let's see. Let's see if we could get them into the lobby.
Every time I hear you type in, I know that you just typed a lobby number to me. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I know.
Alright.
Yeah, all good. Be there in just a second.
Yeah, me too. I just need to fix some stuff on the overlay. So as you guys know, this is kind of a one-man army kind of thing. So gotta do everything for myself.
Basically, what Chisin's saying is that he runs. He does everything. He does the overlay, does the streaming, he does some casting. He's the epitome of the jack of all trades. You know, so a lot of community streams could learn a lot from this man.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like my bread and butter stuff. So, well, it seems like
it's definitely coming out.
Seems like we do have the players coming in very quickly for game number 2. So we'll hop on to it as soon as they're ready. Just missing 2 players. But yeah, so game number 1 went to MA Hexa Delta. Pretty impressive stuff. Who do you think made the biggest difference there for MA Hexa Delta in game number 1?
It's difficult to say. I think that the biggest element of that game wasn't any one particular player. I would say just the coordination, the team play, the objective mindset from the team as a whole. They just appeared very concise, very professional. That, you know, I think that's the only way I can describe that performance is extremely professional. They worked well as a team. They knew exactly how they were going to win that game. A lot of people, you know, what you saw there as well is great communication, I suppose, is the way as well. They were pushing lanes with the intention of ganking. They say they were pushing bot. They pushed bot out with the intention of ganking mid, so that after mid was killed, they could take mid and then rotate down to bot because the lane would be pushed from the previous push 2 minutes ago. So they knew exactly what they were doing. Their mindset was very focused, and it's going to be a very tough game for Endgaming to pull back if M8 come out with that same attitude again. And hopefully Endgaming aren't going to feel too defeated by that previous match. They are going to come out, they are going to rally, and they are going to give us a seriously good match to watch. They definitely have the potential to do that, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think the coordination from M8 Hexa was ridiculous last game.
Yeah, so let's see if they could repeat that feat in this match. Endgaming decided to ban Murat yet again, and seems like the same ban.
Yeah, a lot of the time when, yeah, Zephyr's taken by Endgaming here. Zephyr's was actually one of probably the stronger plays last game. I think he did manage to get that Abyssal Dragon still, and he did generally play quite well. You know, was played quite well for the team. It just didn't really ever have the chance to get to that snowballing stage that we can see a late game Zephyr's get to. As far as the bans are concerned, a lot of time teams just banned out things like Murad. I mean, Murad, like I said, can get potentially very strong. He is one of the factors that maybe if they don't know how to deal with him very well, they don't want to face him. It's very easy to know if you cannot build a composition that counters someone, just to get rid of them. You know, even if they're not overly strong. Endgaming taking Mina away is a big thing. Mina was used so well last game. I was very tempted when you asked about which player or which thing to say Mina, but I'm extremely biased.
We have an audience agree with you though. He said Mina for sure. So.
Okay, cool. So that's fine. I'm allowed to say it. I'm very biased. I'm a tank and support main, and I love Mina. So, but I felt that the Mina pickup was extremely well. The problem with Mina a lot of the time is that you pull someone in and there is no follow-up. But with the communication that was had by M8 Hexa, she was just ridiculous. Dark Dominion over 2-3 members, and every single time the enemy team were getting killed and annihilated. The Ari pickup is there again, the Violet pickup, Astrid pickup. Astrid's a nice choice.
Seems like they kind of swap 3 heroes between them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Praetor pickup.
Praetor pickup is interesting. Praetor is seeing a slight buff in the next update, if I'm not wrong.
I believe so, yeah. I mean, Praetor is generally considered quite strong, but he excels in the late game. And the problem that we're finding, obviously, given how short the last game was, is that for a lot of situations, you rarely see games lasting more than 15-20 minutes. And if it doesn't get past the 20-minute mark, Praetor, a lot of the time, cannot reach his full potential, particularly if he's given a lot of attention by the enemy team in the early stages. He might struggle if he does get picked up by Mina. If he does get grabbed by Mina, he doesn't have the mobility. You know, he can push the enemy away, but I don't think that's going to be enough to keep him alive if Mina does manage to get hold of him. So I think Mina's going to be looking for that Slims and looking for that Praetor very, very, be very focused in this next coming game.
What do you think of this composition where they are playing 3 slightly tankier heroes with Malok, Omar, as well as Senil, and then they will have Slims to jungle, perhaps?
Yeah, I would say that given that lineup, I mean, you've got the punish on the Zenil, but I feel that if it's going to be interesting. I think the Zenil will probably be played solo lane, and that punish will purely be used to try and secure objectives in the sort of the mid to late game. If he's playing the solo lane, it allows him to get Spirit Sentinel quite comfortably in the early stages, as well as secure the Phoenix Vision if he is being played in that solo lane, which I think he will be. I think Ormar, Sky played Mina last game, so I think they're going to be utilising the Ormar in the support role, especially with that heal as well. At the moment, you wouldn't even know there were lanes because everyone's in chaos at the moment, as we see both teams sort of rotating around that top side jungle. Meanwhile, Astrid in the top lane, just pushing that lane, comfortably farming up, already has their level 2 against Zenil, who's still sitting on that level 1 currently, but we'll pick up that 2 after this wave. So yeah, like I said, Zenil in that top lane. I think the punish will purely be there just because he doesn't have bursty damage in the sense of being able to secure Spirit Sentinel or the Vision, so he'll be using that punish to make sure that happens for him. Violet pickup, is like I said, at the moment she's still not been nerfed. She is strong. Has the nerf gone through yet? I don't think it has. I think it's still due to come. But yeah, I think the Slims in the jungle, it's just going to walk around. He's great for gank potential if he lands that stun. In the mid lane, we do see a gank being lined up there for endgaming, but Praetor knows exactly how that hero should be played on the back line. Just getting that Spectre lined up. You can see a lot of damage coming down on the bot side. I say a lot of damage, but actually Malok fairly tanky. Not really taking too much damage there from Violet, but 3 members of Endgaming pushing in bot lane. That's going to allow 3 members of the top side. Big pull in there. Yep, Zenil going to dive in with the knock-up. Great pick-up there by Zenil. First blood going over to M8 Hexa. So this is going to give them the potential to line things up. Not the wave there in order to pick up the top turret, and we did see Abyssal Dragon going over to End Gaming. So that's a great, great for End Gaming, because they're allowed to trade out objectives without it getting too far ahead. Previously, we did see that translate into both an Abyssal Dragon and a turret for M8 Hexa. So that's a much
top turret now.
Yeah, there wasn't an answer from End Gaming because they were so focused on that Abyssal Dragon. Everyone was bot side, and it did give M8 Hexa the opening and the go ahead. Kudos to them for realizing that if everyone's taking Abyssal Dragon, there's not going to be anyone able to rotate top in time. So they did stick around, and that will give them a little bit more, a little bit of a gold lead in these early stages, but definitely not a huge significant goal lead. Ooh, the attempted grab there from Mina didn't quite connect, but Jibri in a very bad position here with Zephyr diving onto him. Zenial ult does come down, isn't going to connect onto Jibri though, because Jibri moved out of it. That's going to be the heal popped by Mina with Malak Ulma coming down. Big knock up there, isn't going to be enough to do much at this stage, but it's still going to allow his team to pick up kills. Done from Slims, doesn't quite connect, but that is a very low End Gaming team having to flee for their lives right now. Zenial picking up a triple kill with that shield proc, and that's going to be a huge place for them and allow them to push out mid, because Ari is too low and he's going to have to back here. Zephyrus is going to the jungle with only a quarter health, and this is going to be great play here. Jibri will take that turret restore away from the enemy side, but they've all rotated towards the bot jungle here. They're just taking as much as they can away from the End Gaming jungle. And this is really good play. 4-0 in kills now. Not able to translate that into as many objectives as they did previously, but it's got to put them in a good mental state.
Yeah, so far so good for M8 Hexa Delta. We're seeing their early game dominance in game number 1. They are continuing that pattern in this game, trying to steal over that one jungle creep, and now they're chasing down M8 Hexa Delta 4 against 4. The rocks pretty low, Sky spinning away. But
we saw Astrid execute, getting the job done there. Big dive in, second kill, third kill, but they are going to go down in the process. That was a double kill picked up by Slims. Really good pickups there by Illidan for the End Gaming side, but the triple kill onto Slims is not what you want at the 4-minute mark, and this is going to be an ace for the M8 Hexa side. They are going to take the bot turret, and look at that Abyssal Dragon waiting to be taken, just sitting there. And this is going to be great for the M8 Hexa team. This is going to allow them to push this lead already further down the line, and we're starting to see a repeat of this of the first game all over again. This is not feeling too strong at this point in time for End Gaming. Hopefully they won't make the same mistake they made last time. Last time they kept looking for fights. They had a clear level of disadvantage, and they just kept looking for fights, and it literally just fed M8 Hexa over and over again. They need to turtle, they need to, take the jungle, they need to take the waves, they need to play safe, they need to get themselves into a comfortable position, get a few key items, pick up a little bit of defense on your carries, and then go into a position where you can maybe get a pick, then take a team fight while you have a hero advantage. But unless they can do it, like right now, they are all in the jungle, and that mid turret is about to go. Why are they taking so long to get there? That turret is going to basically go before they can even get there. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about. They needed to be right in front of that turret, all 5 members ready to go, or at least 4 members. Someone's going to have to defend against Zinil in the top lane. But that turret now, it won't be taken, but it literally is one shot from Slims, and that will go down. So they can have that turret at any time they want. You can see a death brush being set up by Sky and Tyam in that bot side jungle. Malak has just pushed out the wave. They're waiting. They know that the enemy are going to rotate bots to help push this wave back out. So that wave has been pushed in. You can see the death brush now, 3 members. Zephyrus playing smart, does circle around the back side of his turret rather than pulling through the front. Great play, great intuition there coming out from Zephyrus to not go through the front way there. That is a great stun as Zephyrus dives in. Ultimate was used onto Slims. He knows exactly which carry he wants, but it's not going to work because Zenial's going to come down as well as Malok, and that is huge plays. Look at the damage coming out against End Gaming. They're all so low right now. Sky's diving in. He's got no health, but he doesn't care because the rest of his team are going to pick up those kills, and that is another ace for M8 Hexa there as they take the bot turret, a double kill onto Zenial. My God, this is pure domination coming out from the M8 Hexa.
7 kills on Stenil. That is something that you don't see very often, especially at such a level. So
those shield procs OP.
Shield procs OP indeed.
Well. Nothing like stealing kills when you're a support. However, this is exactly what endgaming need, and that's a pick, but unfortunately it's on the wrong person. Malok just diving up into the air, diving back down, and that's going to be Praetor picking up the kill. Slims, those auto attacks doing serious damage, but the shield, the turrets are doing damage to them as well. There is no wave there at this point in time, so they have to be careful, but it's not going to stop Praetor picking up a triple kill in the process as they take top turret as well. So picking up 3 kills and the turret every time they have a team fight is just insane. You can see Zephyr's having to answer Zenil in the top lane to stop that top turret going, but it's not going to stop mid-high ground turret going. Now they can rotate towards top as well. That wave is pushing in. Zenil will clear that wave, and the rest of the team will just basically go, do we go towards base? No, we'll back off. We're not going to be greedy. Zenil's about to push in onto top. That will give the go-ahead sign for the rest of his team to rotate onto that high ground turret. That's going to be 2 high ground turrets taken in less than 30 seconds for the M8 Hexar team. This is a bad position for endgaming to be. Violet still sitting on 2/3 health as well. Praetor is going to use that Spectre drone to do a lot of damage there. Huge damage coming out across the board. Praetor keep himself on the back line, does manage to pick up a buff in the process. Violet is picking up a kill onto Orma. Violet doing what they can, but it's not going to be enough. Astrid goes down to the Zenio, and that is going to be second game going in 8 minutes 53 to M8 Hexar. 2 10-minute games for the M8 Hexar team. Very dominating performance. Great stuff to see.
I am in shock. Wow, what a series here by M8 Hexar Delta. A new looked team. Completely a new roster, and they have shown that this new team is here for to win. And congratulations to them picking up their second win of the season, moving up the leaderboard. Very important stuff there, as endgaming slumped to their 3rd defeat of the season, and they need to pick themselves up in the next match, which is going to be against TG Gaming. Hopefully TG Gaming will be able to play the next match against endgaming. So yeah, alright, so pretty short series of games here that we have, but we do have a giveaway for the IRE code, and then the first match is going to be New Era 2-0, so whoever predicted that New Era would win 2-0 for our IRE giveaway, you will have a chance to win this. Let me have a look at our prospective winners here.
I'm curious, is this going to be the shortest stream you've ever done?
Most probably it will. I think it is the shortest stream that I have, so I do have an invite here to play from my guildmate, so unfortunately, shall I accept? Maybe not, maybe later. Let me just finish this stream.
Can you talk and play at the same time?
I could. So New Era against TG Gaming, New Era 2-0, and Gaming 0-2 against M8 Hexar Delta. I'll just accept that, and then we'll play on stream maybe. Alright, so I'll play on stream, and the winner for the giveaway is Edel France, EDELFRANZ. Congratulations to you. Do PM us on our Facebook page, and we will send the IRE code over. So I'll play some games, and maybe Mal, if you want to stick around, feel free to stick around, or we'll probably see you tomorrow. We do have some 2 matches tomorrow, which is going to be really good matches as well. Team Saiyan against Chesalton MOBA, as well as Brand eSports against Dix PH. That second match is definitely going to be a cracker. So for those of you guys who want to join us to watch that, do make sure to join us at 9 PM Singapore time, just as usual. So yeah, good stuff.
Brilliant. Well, I'll leave you to it now, Chisin, and I will see you guys and see yourself tomorrow. Thank you to everyone that has said cool things or agreed with me in the chats and comments. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure you guys are liking and following VPL and giving Chisin all the support he can. And hopefully we'll have 2 series for you guys tomorrow and potentially longer games than 8 minutes. But
yeah, thanks.
Well,
thank you so much, Mal, for joining us. Your commentary was very much appreciated. So yeah, great stuff.
Thank you, man. I look forward to it. See you tomorrow, guys.
See you tomorrow. Alright, so you guys are stuck with me for at least this match. I'm playing with my new guildmates. I am currently in a FDG, Team Fire Dragoon. I was looking for a guild to join, and they were so nice to allow me to join them. So very happy about that. And I'm gonna play a match before we end the stream, just to make up some lost time. So yeah, hope you guys will enjoy this. Am I showing my screen? Oh no, I'm not showing my screen. Alright, here we go. We're waiting for a match, so let's see if we can find a match. It's been kind of hard to find a match with these high level teammates that I have. They are all in Masters, I believe. So I'm a noob, but it's always nice to play with players who are really good. You get to learn quite a fair bit from them. Let's see. My past few matches haven't been great, but I did manage to play against Dust and Saiyan Royal Flush, Team Saiyan O, and we managed to win that match. And I got the MVP, so I gotta stick with my Marlock here. Marlock is my go-to hero so far. Alright, we got a match, thank God. Let's go. I was kinda almost falling asleep, but here we go. I'm a noob. Alright, let's go. Team Fire Dragoon and Chisin. Let's see if we could win this match. So they're saying like we are live now, so if we lose, it's gonna be embarrassing. What is this lineup? What are they doing? Come on, guys, get serious. We need a marksman. I'm gonna throw you great attention to team composition. We don't have a mage. Alright, this is the type of teammate that you get for solo queuing, but we are not solo queuing right now. Let's see, who are we gonna play? I don't recognize any of them, but let's see. She's in VPL again, Team Fire Dragoon, and let's see how I perform with them. Seems like we have a heavy melee composition here. We have Zenith going to be the jungler, and I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play top. Well, I'm gonna play Darkslayer lane, and Kilgrove is, well, I'm not too sure where Kilgrove gonna play. Maybe I'll let him decide.
Get ready.
Alright, seems like it's gonna go
in 5 seconds. Prepare to engage.
Men break too easily. Not fun at all.
We can turn this around.
For the Abyssal Dragon lane instead, so let's see if there are anyone gonna FTG noob. Be nice, be nice.
Obliteration.
I'm a noob myself, so please be nice. I'll try to avoid. Alright.
Enemies missing.
Gotta be careful here. Let's see if we can draw this creep over.
Unstoppable.
Alright. Check out my jungle.
First blood.
Nice! First blood goes to our team. Oh shit. That was unintentional.
Obliteration.
Enemies missing.
I have many ways to make you talk.
An enemy has been defeated.
Alright, pop that heal in time, but I didn't manage to pick up Tara there, unfortunately.
An
Oh,
ally
shit.
has been defeated.
Alright. At least they managed to
enemy
get
has been
Joker there,
defeated.
but was a bit late. Sorry about that.
An enemy has been defeated.
I'll check the Whistle Dragon. It's not contested, so that's fine.
Enemies missing.
My demon bloodlust is tingling.
Alright.
Men break too easily. Not fun at all.
I was trying to play my ultimate, but
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Attacking Abyssal Dragon. Taste my spear.
nice, nice, nice.
I have many ways to make you
This
talk.
calculated that again.
Your tower has been destroyed.
You lose the power.
An ally has been defeated.
Alright. Let's see what's happening.
Onslaught.
Let's go to the mid lane and
My victory heralds yours
to attract some attention. And we'll hit back to here. Poor Joker.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Out of that bomb range. Let's see if we can catch lane this here.
Bloodbath.
Enemies missing.
Unstoppable.
I'm gonna hit up top to try to support.
Break too easily. Not fun at all.
Your team has destroyed a tower. Dominating.
Alright.
Obliteration.
An enemy
good.
Your team has
Got this,
destroyed
got
a
this.
tower.
Tower. Got one. Alright. Okay. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
You have been defeated.
Oh my god. I got a little too greedy.
An enemy has been defeated. An ally has been defeated.
Got 2 assists, so not too bad. Considering that I was
Your team has
mostly all by
destroyed a
myself
tower.
in bottom lane. But this Yawn is getting
Ally has been
crushed there.
defeated.
Yeah.
An enemy has been defeated.
Right, let's see if we could help out in mid lane. Oh, let's try to push. Let's try to. Oh shit, Tara is there, so gotta continue to push.
Legendary.
Obliteration. I have many ways to make you talk.
Legendary. Your team has destroyed a tower.
Alright, not bad.
Your team has destroyed a tower. Your tower has been destroyed.
Oops, what happened down there?
An ally has been defeated. An enemy has been defeated.
Alright.
Double kill. Shut down.
Retreat!
Gotta head back and well, let's see if we could get this Abyssal Dragon.
Break too easily. Not fun. Obliteration.
Woo! Not bad, not bad. Surprisingly, I'm playing pretty well,
To make you
I think.
talk.
Let's see if we can ambush this monkey here.
My demon bloodlust is tingling.
Crumble!
Defeated.
That felt good!
Double kill. An enemy has been defeated.
That felt
Your
really
team
good.
has destroyed a tower. Legendary.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Ace. An enemy has been defeated.
Alright.
Shut down. Your team has destroyed a tower.
Oh man.
We can turn this around!
Ultimate. Ultimate.
GG.
We can turn this around!
Not bad, not bad.
Win.
Good job to my teammates. We did great. Thumbs up for everyone. Thumbs up all around. I got thumbs up as well. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. .4. Alright, alright. Not the highest score, but still pretty decent. Pretty decent. see if they're gonna play another one. $11 assists again, so no kills. That's unfortunate. GG. So, alright, that's it from me tonight.